So let's go, don't leave us hanging.
Come on, I want to know what happened.
I think we got him.
So who is the guy that brought the chest to Sardo?
Yeah, and where was the cemetery?
And how come only Rush could open the chest?
Let's have a little recap here to get you back up to speed.
Okay. Rush and Max were brothers who didn't really get along. All Rush wanted to do was grow up, but Max was always keeping him down.
Rush and Max had different ideas of what fun was. Rather than pound Max in the dirt, Rush bought him a magic set to keep him busy and far away. But there was an odd treasure chest at the Magic Mansion that no one could open except Rush. Inside was a strange spyglass that showed Rush images of a spooky cemetery and played tricks on Max. The spyglass was haunted, and it lured some horrifying ghosts. One of the ghosts kidnapped poor Max, and Rush was the only one who knew.
Rush didn't know what to do. Max was gone, and he couldn't get a hold of his parents.
That's where we left off.
Kick it.
Submitted for the approval of the Midnight Society. Call this story
The Tale of Cutter's Treasure,
Part 2.
Sardo! Mr. Sardo, you in there?
Sardo! Oh, this is hopeless. Go away, we're closed until... You! I knew you'd be back!
Look, buddy, I don't know what this thing is, but it's making ghosts show up in my house.
Ghosts? Yes, well, they're probably just illusions.
Yeah, then two illusions just snatched my little brother. Either you tell me what's going on, or I'm coming back with the cops.
I'm not so sure the police would believe you any more than I do.
They don't. I've already tried. Look, Mr. Sardo. All I want is my brother back.
I'm afraid I don't know much more than you. But there's someone who does.
The Wild Boar Coiffure? A barbershop?
It's run by the same man who gave me the chest. I suggest you go and talk to him.
Excuse me. I'm looking for the guy who...
Found him. Vink's the name. Dr. Vink.
Dr. Vink?
Precisely. I've been waiting for you.
You have?
What do you think of my latest endeavor? Of course, patrons are less interested in coiffure than they are in my unique hair tonics. They have such interesting properties. Shall I massage a few drops into your scalp?
No thanks.
Of course not. We have work to do.
Look, my little brother's in trouble and...
I know all about your brother, and I can help you find him as long as you understand one thing.
What's that?
I am not a nutbag.
How do you know about...
Jonas Cutter.
What?
Captain Jonas Cutter, he called himself. A murderous galley slave who led the bloodiest mutiny in maritime history. They say he took the name Cutter because of his love for the blade and what it could do to flesh. History says he concealed an immense treasure in a secret vault that to this day has never been found.
Why are you telling me this?
Because I do believe I've tracked the beggar down.
That's the guy! We gotta tell the cops.
The police can't help you, lad.
Why not?
Because Jonas Cutter has been dead for 200 years.
believe this.
This chest belonged to the one man who tried to defeat Cutter, but instead met with a grisly death.
That's from the Magic Mansion.
I left it there myself, hoping to find the champion.
Who?
Before he died, this brave soul vowed that one day a champion would come to avenge the deaths of all of Cutter's victims. These tools were empowered by the souls of those victims. Legend says that whoever opened the chest to retrieve them would be the one to do battle.
No.
You opened the chest, didn't you?
Yeah, but...
What's your name? Your full name?
Russell Ian Keegan. So what?
This belonged to your ancestor. You are the one, lad. You have to finish what he began 200 years ago.
Forget it. I'm just a kid.
Perhaps you're right. I suppose it's easier to hide behind the veil of youth than to face the responsibility for a brother you despise.
I don't despise Max. I want him back.
Then accept your destiny. A cemetery! Perfect!
Now what do we do?
The spyglass brought you here. You'll need these to continue.
What do I do with them?
You'll know when the time comes.
Why are you doing all this?
If all goes well, a few pieces of treasure will help to fund some of my unique endeavors.
And if all doesn't go well?